So Dr. Linda Westman here talking about how to know where to start when someone has an issue. It could be any kind, like physical, mental, or where do you start to help them? So I would start by saying, by muscle testing, okay, these 4 things. Is it a physical thing? Is it a physical muscle or bone out of alignment? But of course, that was often preceded by other things. But where do you start with this client at this time? Do you start with physical stuff, relaxing their muscles? Or do you start with nutritional things, adding something or taking away? And if there's a yes, then you ask vitamins, minerals, water, or food. Maybe they're hungry. They really need some food before you can really test them well. Or water. And so that's for me, everybody develops their own system, but this has been nice for me when I didn't know where to start. And after the nutritional or vitamins or water is the emotional. And to get the emotions, there's 2 ways. You can do it with the chakras. This one up here is more connection with our source. And you go down here, more being able to see, allowing it safe for me to see. And then you can ask by putting your hand over different parts of the body. And I use very much the organ systems. And I'm guided to organ systems sometimes by placing my hand over the body and muscle testing, like over the lung, over the heart, over the stomach, over the liver, the spleen, the large intestines, 3 different areas, and the small intestines, and the bladder, and the reproductive system, the kidneys, and the adrenals, each side. So when those come up, you are guided to emotional things, because each of those relate to different emotional states. If you have trouble with your heart, you feel your heart is broken because of various things. It could be where your passion is about work. If it's a lung thing, it's grief. Somebody may have died, and that can happen too. If the mother experiences grief while the child's in the womb, the child can feel that kind of thing. And then the heart, we know about. The stomach, it's about needs being satisfied, and there are sources for these things. And the colon is about letting go of things, letting go of what we no longer need. And I use the terms that come from, I think it was Louise Hay, but some other sources. It's out there. And the kidneys relating to fear. And also, that's also affected by Mercury and the heavy metals. The coal burning things put a lot of mercury in the air, and our teeth, we had it in our teeth. So that's a issue for calcium use and also for the kidneys. So it's good to detox your body from metals. So we've talked a lot about the emotional part, and then now when you find emotional things, then you go back to when was the very first time. And then the little finger I use for the energy field, because sometimes things are at a different level in their consciousness. I'm not sure exactly what things are stored in the body. Yeah, you can figure it out. But sometimes if there's something on the right side or the left side or on the top of the body or the bottom or the back, you can kind of tell from the position. If it's in the back, it's something that maybe they don't want to look at, or something in the past. But usually it's what it is for me is to give me an idea that there's something left. There's a male that there's an issue still. So I'll ask them to think about their father or God. A lot of people were angry with God when something happened, and they have an issue with God. And that's one of the things that can come up. So the energy field. And also it's nice to mention protecting it, clearing it at the end of the day. To pray and ask for a clearing of these things really helps the health of the body when we clear the energy out in our energy field, because we are not just a physical body, we are an electromagnetic being, and we have a energy coming up out the top and then around, and the energy when it comes around can cleanse, but we're minds. To clear our minds will allow us to cleanse what's out there. We have all we need to do this healing, and we need help because of our society and what we've done to ourselves. And we have the tools now to support ourselves in being the God-created loving beings that we are. We can have harmonious, peaceful, joyful lives. It is such a gift when you start realizing that, oh, what I'm thinking and feeling is pulling in more good things, like somebody to video me, a tripod, and a perfect situation where I can open up and express what I've been doing. It's just a real gift, and I thank you, Kim, for this gift.
You're welcome.
And I'm the one who created the space. I'm allowing it, and I wanted to make some videos to put on the internet, and so it just seems like, what a coincidence. No, it's not a coincidence. It is according to how we think and how we feel. And that's the universal, that's how things work. It's like gravity. It's like a law, universal laws. And the teacher I'm studying with right here is calling those laws of living.